I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I feel so dumb, so stupid, so remedial, so non-smart for believing that the Conjuring movies were completely true.
You're a dummy, bitch.
As a kid, I believed this all happened exactly the way they said in the movies, not knowing that based on a true story can mean fucking lying. I first started figuring this out when I looked at the original Annabelle doll and then looked at the one that had in the movies.
Bruh.
They really put Instagram filters, gave the doll a Barbie BBL to make her look more scary. And the original one, I ain't even gonna lie, I still think it was haunted. I still think if you touch that doll, you're gonna get hit by a truck or a bus or something, because I believe that there's demons connected to that doll. Because there was a Raggedy Ann doll at a babysitter's house that used to babysit me, and I used to have bad dreams about this Raggedy Ann doll. Terrible dreams. And then another thing, I looked at the Warrens from the movies and the Warrens in real life. And what did you base the looks on? Because they look nothing like what they do in the movies. Nothing at all. Matter of fact, they look scarier than a ghost in real life. And that's no offense to them, because everybody can't be sexy. But Warner Brothers Studios or whoever, Warner Brothers, why are y'all lying so much to me? Why? Because I was rewatching the first Conjuring, and I said to myself, some of this shit don't make sense. Because how at the end of the movie not take a Bathsheba with her stinking ass can be exorcised so easily? Now, I was watching the Exorcist movie the other day too, and the priest had to die to exorcise this bitch. But you telling me all Lorraine had to do to exorcise this powerful demon, this strong demon that killed children before, that's been in the house for decades, for hundreds of years, a witch. She was classified as a witch. And all she had to do to save the kid and her mom is remind them of the time that they was playing on the beach. That's all they had to do to defeat the demon, is remind them of the time that they was playing in sand. Now I'm questioning the whole movie. Was it even haunted in the first place? Or did the bitch have so many kids that she would just went crazy and tried to kill one?
Damn.
Like, I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just trying to be realistic. Don't get me wrong. I still do believe in ghosts. But I can't believe every ghost story I'm told. Because my friend just said a ghost was eating his ass.
Stop it.
He told me that a ghost motorboated his butt cheeks, boo, in his booty. And I said, how you know that? And he said, bro, I woke up and my butt cheeks were wet. Listen, I'm pretty sure there's a reasonable explanation for this, but I don't want to come up with it. I don't want to theorize with it, because what the fuck are you even talking about? And the second Conjuring. So, you mean to tell me y'all figured out that the family was faking at first? All right. Y'all was going home, and as soon as y'all got on the train, y'all figured out that the ghost was being held hostage by a stronger demon. Y'all think y'all Yusuke? Y'all think y'all spirit detectives? How the fuck? I know how y'all figured it out in the movies, but how would you figure out some shit like that in real life in the nick of time? It's so unrealistic and so dramatic. And then y'all find out the demon looks exactly like the nun that you saw at your house, who just so happened to tell you what her name is so you can defeat it. You mean to tell me demons is that motherfucking stupid? Nigga, demons come from Satan. And Satan was a smart, conniving, clever son of a bitch. He was a smart son of a bitch. He tricked Eve into eating that apple. He was a trickster. And you mean to tell me that the demons just so happened to lose the chromosome that the devil gave them? Maybe the demon was patched by God. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was. And matter of fact, I ain't even gonna lie. The one that makes the most sense, out of all of them to me at least, is the Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Because I do believe that some bitch can voodoo her way into convincing you to kill somebody. Now, voodoo is real. You hear about all type of shit about girls putting period in the spaghetti, putting Bloody Mary in the spaghetti to make a man fall in love. I ain't even gonna lie. If I taste some extra iron in my spaghetti, there's gonna be some tough love in that I'm bullshitting. I don't hit girls. But don't put no period in my spaghetti. I only eat my own spaghetti for that reason. Y'all don't eat spaghetti. But like I said, the dude killed another dude because he was under the possession of a cult. Not a cult, but a witch. She had the power to voodoo shit. I feel like that's more realistic. But the way they ended that bitch, you telling me the demon came from hell and folded that bitch like a lawn chair? That's what you telling me. So how come that don't happen more often? How come you can't see people breaking their contracts and then just getting folded? I feel like that would be at least a video on the internet of that. A YouTube video with the title, Voodoo Bitch breaks her contract with demon and gets folded up like some laundry. I feel like that we should have a little bit more evidence of it. Not even gonna lie. And then Last Right, that movie was so boring in retrospect that I don't remember much from it. But I do remember that niggas was getting terrorized by a motherfucking mirror. And you telling me a mirror making this thunderstorm, making hurricanes damn near come out. And all y'all had to do was break the mirror. It's like they getting so ridiculous that it's hard to believe. And then the Nun movie. So you telling me this bitch just so happened to look exactly like Lorraine fighting the nun over 100 years ago. And then you're going to tell me she just so happened to possess Jesus Christ's blood. Nigga, do you know how rare that is? Jesus Christ's blood. Take the rarity of the most rarest Jordans, of the rarest jewels, and multiply that by 1 billion. 1 billion, nigga. You're more likely to have one of Michael Jackson's thongs than to have the blood of Jesus H. Christ. Not the shit that they got, not the bootleg, the shit that they be saying they sipping on in the churches that tastes like grape juice. Grade A Jesus blood. Not the period blood they put in the spaghetti, but Jesus blood. And you spit it on the nun and she died. Man, I'm telling you, these movies, And then all the Annabelle movies, you telling me, man, no. Hell no. All right, this is a true story.
Bro.
So I was on a date with Lotto. She had just left 21 because she don't like savages no more. And she wanted to ask me 21 questions on the date. And while we was in the restaurant, Beyonce and Jay-Z walked through the door. and Beyonce saw me and she saw how sexy I was, she's told Jay-Z right then and there, your lips look like an ass. You have BBL lips. I don't care if you have billions. This man right here has my heart. She went up to the table right in front of Lotto and she said, I want you. And I said, I don't know who to choose. And Lotto said, you don't have to choose. You can have us both. And that's when Frieza came down to earth and then he destroyed my favorite donut shop. And then they didn't want me to go, but I turned Super Saiyan and I beat up Frieza.
Man, you lying. That ain't no true
you're right.
story.
That is a lie, but it was based on a true story though.
Man, what story can that be based on?
Well, I asked the girl on that date, and she said no, but you know, it's close enough. Hell no, bro. Hell no. And I'm gonna do some more research on the actual cases. Because y'all should have some more film on the footage. Because nah, bro, I'm not believing everything. But until next time, y'all tell me what y'all believe. Peace.